Hey y'all, hey, it's Joyce from Elite Expressions, and today we are going to make personalized monogram coasters. So these are two coaster molds that I have. They're slightly different. Remember, this was one of the first molds I bought from Michaels a long time ago, so it's slightly bigger. But what I want to do is frame out the inside, the outer edge in black, and then fill this E with black, place it in there, and then write my last name across it. So let's just see how this works. I've already mixed up my black resin, and people have asked, how do I get my resin to be so black? I use this, and I don't have to use any mica or anything like that. It is Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay Black India ink. And I use this when I want a nice, opaque, vivid color, okay? I've never had any problems with it curing or anything like that. And also today I'm going to use the Resiner's curing machine because I want to try to get this video out before I go back to work in a couple days. All right, so let's get started. And I'm going to try to be real careful and only get the edges. And I've already jacked that up. Okay. Okay. I had to put these two next to each other because one of the edges, ooh, that did not go the way I wanted it to. And with this machine, if you have it, they always say to pour it in the actual machine. I guess that cuts down on if you move it. It doesn't spill over or anything like that. Okay. Hold them up. Yeah, we got some cleanup to do. All right. How is the best way to do that? All right, okay. Well, let me clean up all this jazz and then I will be back in a second. All right. Whew, okay, that was just a little brief intermission. Okay, we've cleaned up the outer edges and rim and all that good stuff. So now I'm gonna spray it with some alcohol. I do see a couple bubbles have popped up. I just cleaned it off with some alcohol wipes with my glove finger. All right, so now we're ready to move on to the next step, which is the E. So I have to cure this in layers because I'm gonna fill in the center part with clear. So now here are the E's. And when I measured out the depth of the mold, the E's can be no more than about a 1/4 inch, okay? So I can't pour a lot. They have to be real thin. And these E's are about a 1/2 inch, okay? These don't have to be perfect, but that's about a good depth on that one, okay? We'll do this one. Same thing. I hope nothing went down in there. If it did, I can peel it out. Okay, and for this one, because it's extra, I can pour the rest in here. Whoa, Nelly. Okay. So that's where we're at right there. All right. There's the lid. Let's see. I don't know how you turn this bad boy on. I think you press that. I don't know. Let's see. We're gonna unplug it. And there we go. Okay. Now we're cooking with some gas. So we'll wait to see what pops up on the screen. I just go with whatever it's set for and go from there. And I think you hit this again. So it's 120 minutes at 95 degrees. And it's starting. Don't know if you can hear it. Okay. So we'll be back in a little bit. Bye. Okay, and we're back. So I've demoted the E's. All right. So I've pressed this one down. I think it's about centered. I'm not going to measure it. Hopefully it's straight. So what I did was I pressed it down on the silicone to hopefully get a seal so that resin doesn't get under it. But if it does, I'll just have to stand here longer and make sure it doesn't move or float when I pour the resin in. I'm gonna do the same thing to this one. It has a couple of bubbles in it, but I'm gonna do a top coat, so hopefully it won't be a problem. Okay, it looks about centered. I'm gonna turn it over and press, and you can see how it look. You can see how it kind of adheres to it. Now, I don't know if this will work, but in my brain, it says it will. So we'll see. Hopefully, no resin to get over it, because I am gonna, when it's finished, when I put my name across there, I will pour another top coat because it is a small lip. So just to seal the vinyl in, okay? All right. So we have our two E's. They look centered. Let me get my gloves on. I have my resin poured. Let's start pouring. I just want enough to cover the E in each. It doesn't have to go much higher than that. For this, I poured about maybe a little over 3 ounces. Okay, it looks like that E is covered. Let's do the same thing over here. I think I may just have enough. Or I'll have to pour a little bit more. Mix up some more resin. Oh, I'm sorry. Got my hand all in the way. Okay, let me mix up a little bit more resin. That was not quite enough. Let's do a little spritz. Okay, I've mixed up the rest of the resin, and now we're gonna fill these bad boys up as much as I can. Okay, so we've poured up everything. I'm gonna just sit and play with this for another 15 minutes and spray it before I turn this resiner's machine on. I always call it the resinator, but because it's a lot of micro bubbles. I don't like it, but it is what it is. I don't know why I got them this time. I usually don't. But next time you see me, we will be putting on the decal in the front and pouring a quick top layer. All right. Okay, y'all. So I'm back, And I just got these out of the resiner machine, and they are ready to be demolded. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Yes. Okay, let's see. Well, there are some errors. Okay, so this is the actual E. Remember, I stuck it in there really well. So, but hopefully when I put a top coat on, any type of imperfections or whatever that are there. Oh, am I making fingerprints? That will be fixed. All right, let's do this one. Got a sharp little lip on it. Already cut my finger once this week. Hopefully it doesn't happen again today. Yay. Okay. All right, so I'm in love. Now what we're gonna do is apply my last name across, okay? All right. Okay, let me see how the best way to do this is. Okay, so I'm gonna do it two ways. This first one, I'm gonna place closer to the bottom, trying to get it as centered as I can. Oopsie. We'll go with right there. Okay. I don't want to scratch too hard. I don't want to scratch the resin. Okay. All right. And the other I'm going to place across the middle. Okay. I'm just eyeballing through the camera. These are just for me, so. Looks good to me. Uh-oh. I done lost the corner. Okay, here we go. Yay! You all have to tell me which one you like better. I like both, but I think I like this one better. Okay, so I'm about to put a quick top coat on here to seal that in, and then we'll be ready for the full unveiling tomorrow. We'll put some bumpers around here. I'm gonna sand it down if we have them, and we'll go from there. All right, see you in the morning. Bye. Okay, it is time to pour the top layer. I didn't do it last night. I decided I would do it here on camera. Oh, there's micro bubble city in there. So we'll just go ahead and pour a little bit. Okay. And I'm doing this basically just to seal in the vinyl. And I used the Resiner's curing machine for this whole process in order to speed it up, because this would have been a few day process. I started yesterday probably at about 2 or 3 p.m. and it is now 10:30 in the morning. I didn't get on it as soon as I woke up. But with all these layers and this machine being able to cure in between the layers has been a game changer. I don't only use this machine when I'm doing something like this. So it's really helpful because to have to cure those thin layers, it could take some time. So let's kind of get this to roll around in there without having to add too much. And I chose these coasters because of the lip that's on there, so that when I did this process, it would stay in, the middle would stay flat for whatever glass or cup that I'm using. Okay. Just trying to get it to touch each corner. And one day, we'll try to make some other things out of these. I'm really enjoying how these turned out. I had it in my mind. I didn't know how it was going to go, but it went better than I expected. Okay, let's do the same thing for this one. Pour just a little tiny bit more in. All right. Okay. See. So I also did this butterfly. This is a coaster I did a long time ago. I just added the arrow because I had an extra one. So what I did in the past was I painted the outside of the frame part with color changing mica powder, and then put the butterfly in and filled it in the center with clear. I usually just use this when I'm gemstoning, and just put the gems in there. It's a nice little holder or whatever. So I'm gonna do this one as well. Okay, so we'll put this in. We're gonna do the same thing. And this coaster is so old. This is something I did when I first started playing in resin. It's been with me for quite some time. Okay. And let's float this around in there. Being careful not to let it spill out. You gotta get into all the corners. Okay, let's do a little spiritsy boo. I want to lift this up and spritz a little bit more on there. Okay. And I'm gonna apply the lid, and we'll be back in 2 hours so you can see the finished project. And that's about it. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, they are finished. The resin machine stopped about 30 minutes ago. So I did not show this on film, but I added a top coat to this. So, I don't know, I think I mentioned it. I had a leftover E when I had all the extra resin. And so what I did was put my name on in the vinyl and added a top coat, okay? And then this one came out pretty good. These lights are, whew. So I'm happy with that. Let's take those out. And here we go. Ooh, okay, okay. I'm loving the top layer. It is everything. There are some bubbles. Next time I do it, I know I'll have more patience and can sit and let the resin, you know, degas a little bit longer. Usually I only get a lot of micro bubbles when I'm pouring something small, like a small amount. I usually don't get it when I pour big amounts. So this was different for me. Oh, okay. So here, I don't know if you can see it right there. The resin did not stick. I didn't pour enough. So easy fix. Just the next time that I make something clear, I'll just, you know, put a little extra in there. But other than that, it's still gorgeous. All right, let me move all the stuff out the way. We'll put the bumpers on and take some pictures. All right. Okay, so I'm only gonna show putting the bumpers on one, okay? I didn't sand these, it's just me. If I was going to send them out to someone, I would most definitely sand them. So here, have some alcohol pads. And you wanna make sure that wherever you're gonna put those bumpers is very clean and dry, okay? Okie doke. So I chose these smaller ones because I don't want them to show over on the this side, but they may, doesn't matter. Like I said, it's just me. This was just a fun project for home. So we'll let that dry. Okay, dry enough. And we peel these off and get it into the very corner as best as you can. Okay. And apply pressure. Make sure it's stuck. These things stick really well. I've had some projects from when I started resin, and they're still stuck on there, okay? I think when you're giving coasters and stuff to people or selling them, it's best to have these on them so they don't scratch up their surfaces. Okay. So if I didn't say it before, the resiner machine was really an integral process in getting this done. Without that, this would have been a couple-day task with waiting for the layers to dry. And as we all know, sometimes thin layers take longer to dry than thicker layers. Okay. So I think they're all on there pretty good. All right. So you can kind of see them a little bit, but that's fine. Okay. So if you look at it from the side, you can see that black layer, just poured that thin black layer. That would have taken forever to cure enough and for me to feel comfortable enough that it wouldn't have bled into the middle. Oh, no. So kudos to the resiner machine. I don't use it often, but this was definitely a good time to use it. I got some more ideas in my head for this particular coaster, so stay tuned for that. You know, I love this project, but I don't feel satisfied until I get it the way I like it. Like when I did the Ferris wheel, what I had in my mind at first didn't come out the way I wanted it. So I had to do it again, and I was very happy with the second one. So yeah, sometimes you got to just keep doing stuff and building on it. And then you can see where you made mistakes and, you know, things like that, and improve on it. All right. All right, so I also made this glass. I was able to find the same font in Cricut. So I made these two to match. What I think I'm gonna do with this one is make it into a fridge magnet. Just attach some magnets to the back and stick it on the refrigerator. But this glass is absolutely huge. It's a 17-ounce square wine glass. I purchased that from Amazon, okay? And this here is one of the coasters. Okay. Here's another one. This is how I set up staging for pictures, so you kind of get to go through that process with me. And then here's the E. We'll kind of lean that on there like that. Getting a lot of sun, but... So here's everything all together. I really hope you enjoyed this video. My Facebook group is actually growing. I urge you to go ahead and join. I'm going to post the link in the description box. Also, all the materials that I used in this video, I purchased from Amazon. So I'm a little slow with product lists, but I will put that. And I really do hope that you like, subscribe, share, comment, talk to me. Sometimes I get bored when I'm not working my real job, my 9 to 5. So, all right, take it easy, y'all. Bye.